Hey everyone, welcome back to 22 Panels. This is the podcast that aims to examine, explore, and elevate the medium of comics. I am Tyler, and across the interwebs from me is Tad. Hey Tad, how's it going?
Hey, Tyler. It's going. This is like third recording today.
Yeah, I you're a podcast nut today. I asked if you wanted to
Jeremy
record.
Whitley earlier this week. And yeah, it's been a busy week.
No kidding. I'm gonna have lots to post because I just got back from camping for 5 days. I am covered in bug bites
Yeah.
and have been soaking wet for 4 days. We thought it was gonna be fun.
Okay.
It was not.
I'm sorry.
It's all right. But anyway, what's going on in the world?
Well, first, the cool comic news.
Yep.
James Robinson and Tony Harris are reuniting for a Black Label Starman
That's
series.
awesome. I love Starman.
I do too. Uh, uh, do we have a date on it? I don't know that we have a date on it.
Okay.
Uh, and this is where I'm gonna say it's Leading Cool reporting it. Uh so I guess it's gossip today
Okay.
from London's Film and Comic Con. They're expect to get announced at San Diego Comic Con.
Okay.
So I guess we're not guaranteed.
But it's better than nothing.
This is one of the reasons I often don't go straight to. I often prefer to have confirmation before always quoting from Bleeding Cool, but this one was too exciting, and there's just no comic news this week.
Yeah.
I wanted something before saying I don't know which is the bigger problem. The fact that Biden doesn't seem to be doing anything to convince people that he's okay, or the fact that somehow nobody's willing to talk about whether or not Biden is okay. Trump is not.
Right? I agree. I mean, everybody's talking about whether Biden can do it, but can Trump?
I mean, it's like, oh, you've got a guy who's starting to show his age versus a guy who's like seriously showing his age and then some and was a bastard to begin with.
Exactly. What do you think is
So
going to be worse?
yeah, that's my news piece number two. What?
What do you think is going to be worse, if Trump wins or if Trump loses? I mean, the ramifications.
Oh, I mean, no doubt, if he wins, it would be worse.
I think there's going
I
to if
mean, I
he
I, I think there's going to be. I think if he loses, there will be issues, but at
yeah,
least none of them will be he's president.
true, true. But he'll be immune is what I'm
So we
saying.
might have a few lousy weeks or months
Yeah.
as his idiot fringe goes off,
You're right.
um, but then the other thing is uh, Supreme Court just continues to decide to like wipe their ass with the U.S. Constitution.
Uh-huh.
Um, Apparently deciding that presidents are meant to be immune, that they can't act with decisiveness unless they're immune, as if all of the presidents over the last 200 years have had any problem acting with decisiveness, even without immunity.
Right. Exactly. What is, and I
And
keep
I'm
seeing this.
sorry. I mean, I have the same feeling on presidential immunity that I have on the immunity that they've essentially given police officers at this point. There's certain things where if you're right, you're going to get off, and if you're wrong, you should be punished. You should have it in the back of your head that if
Yep.
I'm wrong, there will be consequences.
Yep.
If
Exactly.
you're not willing to do it without the possibility that there will be consequences if you're wrong, for that matter, if you're not willing to do it, in spite of the fact that there may be consequences if you're right,
Yep.
then you probably shouldn't be making that decision.
Exactly.
You know, I mean, yeah, yeah. And
So,
that's all I feel like for politics today.
okay. Okay.
I mean, no, go ahead. Go ahead.
No. I
What were you going to say?
I can't remember now, but it was basically like what does this mean for the January 6th accusations? I mean, does this mean he's immune
Um, the
from
January 6th one is the one that is going to be hardest to get him on. The documents down in Florida, technically he should still be on the hook for. The conviction in New York, technically he should still be on the hook for,
Yep.
because those all involved actions when he wasn't president.
Right.
Um,
Exactly.
January 6th becomes really interesting.
That's crazy. And that's the one that he needs to be held responsible for. But
Except that apparently the Supreme Court thinks that it's within the president's power to steal an election as long as they're president.
yeah, crazy. I don't know what. Well, I do know what. He's got it stacked. I mean, he's appointed all.
Yeah.
But
3 of the 6.
yep.
So yeah.
Oh well.
Yeah.
Let's talk about comic books.
But cool stuff. First is a Horizon experiment from Pornstack Piece of Shote. The first issue coming out will be by Pornstack along with Terry Dodson, called The Manchurian,
Mm-hmm.
a Muslim exorcist, a reverse Indiana Jones, and more. Horizon Experiment are one-shots created by comics, film, and TV superstars, providing new point of views on popular genres and acting as pilots for new series. It starts with The Manchurian, a Chinese James Bond running covert missions in America for the enemy.
Awesome. Can you share your screen with me?
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, that's okay. Then I can see.
I thought I already had, and I had it. There we go.
Yeah, that cover looks really cool.
Now you're up.
There we go.
It does.
The Moon is Following Us by Daniel Warren Johnson. Series premiere. Sam and Duncan Lamar love their 6-year-old daughter Penny more than anything in the whole world. But half a year ago, she was taken by the Cascade, an evil force they barely understand. Now, Sam and Duncan must fight side by side with the magical beings Penny cherished to try and get her back. But before she's gone forever. I was going to say, but she's gone forever. No, before she's gone forever. This looks cool. Out from Image Comics.
No. Yeah. Daniel Warren Johnson keeps coming up with awesome stuff.
Mm-hmm.
There's another one for you.
Space Usagi, White Star Rising, #1 from Stan Sakai. Taking place directly after the Space Usagi Death and Honor arc, which we just finished up. Stan Sakai's second Space Usagi series sees Miyato Usagi continuing to defend the Shirohoshi clan in the far future from scheming rivals, the Kagetori. New friends like Space Pirate Rogan and new enemies led by Empress Amata are introduced, and this miniseries will be newly colored by longtime collaborator Emi Fuji. From Dark Horse? Is this Dark Horse? Yeah.
Yep, back at Dark Horse.
Yep.
Where Monsters Lie, Cul-de-sac, from Kyle Starks and Peter Kowalski. The hit meta horror comedy by Eisner-nominated writer Kyle Starks returns just in time for Halloween. Come join us, friends, for it's time to visit another gated community for slashers and meet a new cast of horrible monsters as we return to the world of Where Monsters Lie. Connor Hayes, final girl turned apex monster hunter, has been brought to Site B and expected to be a good little killer. But will he cooperate? And what sort of bone-tinkling secrets inhabit this new horror hamlet? I love the first volume of this.
Yep.
Very much looking forward to the second volume.
Kyle Starks, he's a killer writer.
Kyle Starks just kills it.
Yep.
Kills it.
All right, the Acme Novelty Date Book, the hardcover volume 3, the third and final installment of the Artist Facsimile Sketchbook series. After 15 years deferral, delay, and dawdling, the ink and paper cheerleader FC Ware finally succumbs to imaginary public pressure by concluding this tiresome experiment in reader trust with the third and final volume of secret notebooks and sketches spanning over 37 years of bus rides, airport delays, and telephone hold music, exquisitively crafted fine art doodles, hand-selected meanderings, and artists artisanal rewrite. I can't. It's very tiny writing on my screen. And artisanal rewritings of personal conflict are scattered throughout the comic strips, unconsciously revealing private hostilities and unflattering portraits of public transportation riders. The whole carefully cleansed of any impugnable or litigious tracery. As a professional adult picture book drawer and regular contributor to the New Yorker, Le Monde, and the Illinois Cook County Assessor's Office, Mr. Ware's work in these pages secures his reputation as a reliably unreliable self-narrator, willing to say or write anything to win petty disputes and imagined squabbles. 208 full-color pages augmented by annotations, introductions, and a professional apology, with paperboards and cloth spine of misleading demureness to conceal its native prurience. What is prurience? I don't know what that word is.
Let's look it up.
Yeah. Interesting.
Just because I kind of think I know, but I don't mess it up.
No, that's fine. Because I have no clue. Feeling morbid
sexual desire or a propensity to lewdness.
Nice. Okay. Hey, that's a new word for me. I'll put that in my new
synonyms: carnality, lasciviousness, lubricity, currency.
Lasciviousness, I would have known what that was, but cool.
Type of emotiveness, amorousness, eroticism, or sexiness.
Okay. Yeah. So that looks cool.
And Chris clearly wrote that copy because that's so Chris Ware, it's not even funny.
Yeah, it looks cool. I really like the cover.
Yeah. I like Chris Ware. I still feel like I'm managing to truly understand Chris Ware, but I like Chris Ware. Coming September 4th, we have another volume from World Citizen Comics at First Second Books. This installment, the World Citizen Comics series, tracks the history of immigration to the United States, highlighting the twists and turns in the nearly 300-year debate over who gets to be an American. The words carved into the Statue of Liberty make a simple promise: America will provide a home for anyone in search of a better life. However, the true story of immigration to America is full of complications and caveats. Born in the USA tracks the history of immigration to the United States, revealing how economic interests and political winds have sculpted Americans' thoughts about who belongs in the USA. Lawrence Goldstone and James Otis Smith reveal the dissonance between the American dream and the American reality.
Looks good.
Born in the USA, the story of immigration and belonging, the newest volume of World Citizen Comics, which I can't speak highly enough of.
Exactly.
I'm a big fan of World Citizen Comics from First Second. I haven't read them all yet, and I need to fix that because they're fantastic. There you go, Tyler.
Charles Burns, Final Cut, hardcover from Charles Burns. Final Cut. As a child, Brian and his friend Jimmy would make sci-fi films in their yards, convincing their friends to star as victims of grisly murders, smearing lipstick on the bodies to simulate blood. Now, a talented artist and aspiring filmmaker, Brian, along with Jimmy's friend Tina, and Lori, his reluctant muse, sets off to a remote cabin in the woods with an old 8mm camera to make a true sci-fi horror movie, an homage to Brian's favorite movie, Invasion of the Body Snatchers. But as Brian's affections for Lori go seemingly unreciprocated, Brian writes and draws himself into a fantasy where she is the girl of his dreams, his damsel in distress, and his savior wrapped into one. Rife with references to classic sci-fi and horror movies and filled with panels of stunning depictions of nature, film, and the surreal, Burns blurs the lines between Brian's dreams and reality, imagination and perception. A master of the form at its finest, Final Cut and is an astonishing look at what it means to truly express oneself through art. In shop September 25th.
Charles Burns does great work.
Looks cool.
My Time Machine by Carol Leigh. I've actually read this. Uh, My Time Machine unfolds across the socially and politically confused landscape of early 2020, where Carol Leigh's middle-aged female protagonist, who bears a suspicious resemblance to the author, embarks on a time-hopping odyssey that takes her from the addled and anxious contemporary America to the farthest reaches of time. Finding the blueprints belonging to the eponymous time traveler of H.G. Wells' novel, our reluctant and all too human heroine enlists her ex husband Rob's engineering genius in constructing the same kind of machine capable of the same awesome power. With a more or less functioning time machine at her disposal, she decides there's no better time to do her part to save humanity from itself and start looking for figurative butterflies to pin down in hopes of altering the history of human civilization and averting the impending effects of climate change. Wary of causing unintended consequences by traveling into the past to change history, she heads into the future alone to see if she can gain any insights she can bring back to 2020 that could help change the course of the world, suffering from the reckless consequence of Anthropocene. She anticipates the worst, but that's not quite bad enough. Not only is there the ecological collapse she feared, but by 2035, America has devolved into a fascist state, and by 2060 to a full-blown totalitarianism. It appears environmental havoc is inelect, in, ineluctably accompanied by political disaster. My Time Machine is both a sly, cautionary political satire and a rollicking time travel story full of playful time travel paradoxes, edge of your seat suspense, breezy badinage, and deeply felt wonder at the universe. It's serious and funny, timely and timeless, literally. In shops, October 23rd, 2024. Like I said, this is, yeah,
It
I
looks
mean, that
really
that
cool.
describes it really well. It's
Yeah, I can't wait to read it. This is definitely one that
very
I'll be checking.
satirical, but also very
Very apropos for
yeah,
what's going on.
uh she really explores her feelings for what's going on
Hmm.
as she moves, so self-reflective while also satirical and timely.
Yeah,
Um, yeah, I enjoyed the read. This one I've got lined up to read, but I haven't read yet. Between Two Sounds, Arvo Part's Journey to His Musical Language by Jonas Sildre and translated by Adam Cullen. And I think art by Ale Tuming. Between Two Sounds follows the life of world famous composer Arvo Part from his birth in Estonia in 1935 through 1980 when the Soviets forced him to emigrate because of the nonconformist and religious nature of his music. Arvo Part stormed Soviet-occupied Estonia's music scene in the 1960s as a brash young man pushing the limits of avant-garde modernism. Then he fell silent, no longer able to express what he felt through the musical language he had inherited. When he reemerged a decade later, he had found, in that silence between sounds, a new musical language inspired by ancient sacred music, the basis of his distinctive Titin Abuli technique. Jonas Sildre paints an atmospheric portrait of a restless artist who does not shy away from confronting state control or his own internal contradictions. That's out September 4th.
love the cover. It's very, I don't know what the word is, but
Jumping off a
it's
cliff.
striking. Yeah, cool. All
There you
right,
go.
The Infernals from Ryan Perrott and John Pearson. Succession meets the apocalypse in this new series about family, power, legacy, and the end of the world. Abe Morgenstern, the son of Satan, has 1 month to live. Before he dies, he must decide which of his three wayward children, volatile narcissist Nero, conflicted field operative Jackal, or troubled schoolgirl B, will inherit his shadowy empire. But with the forces of heaven, hell, and everywhere in between bearing down on them, they will survive. Will they survive long enough to take control of the apocalypse? And is Abe ready to give up being the Antichrist? Or does he have something else up his sleeve? This collects the Infernals 1 through 5, and it's out in shops September 25th.
This has been a good read.
It looks cool. I have not checked it out, but it looks pretty cool.
Maple Terrace. From Noah Van Sciver, from multiple award-winning cartoonist Noah Van Sciver, comes Maple Terrace, a new autobiographical graphic novel based on the author's childhood. Maple Terrace unfolds a tale of big money comic collecting craze of the early 90s is seen from the ground floor, in a time when superheroes were oversized, adorned with massive guns and countless pouches. Comic books were currency. Young investors struggled to collect every cover gimmick under the sun, embossed metallic ink holographic foil, hoping they someday would pay for their college education. Brutally hilarious, Maple Terrace shines a light on the strange intersection between poverty and speculative comic book craze of the 90s.
See, I remember the 90s comic book craze, so this would be great.
Yep. And I'm a big fan of Noah Van Sciver. This book is fantastic.
Mm-hmm. Mr. Lovenstein presents Feelings from J.L. Westover. Live, laugh, Lovenstein. Get ready to catch feelings in this brand new collection of Mr. Lovenstein's comics, including exclusive, never-before-seen comics that can't be found anywhere else. You'll laugh, you'll cry, you'll wonder if the tingling sensation in your stomach is butterflies, or something else. Massively popular webcomics author J.L. Westover follows up his Eisner-nominated debut by taking readers on a roller coaster of emotions in Mr. Lovenstein Presents Feelings, in shops September 18th. I love the cover for that. That is funny.
Yeah. And then the big final order cutoff week.
Yeah. Wow, it is big.
12 books worth mentioning.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll try to spin through them quickly. We've got Babs #1, Garth Ennis and Jason Burrows' take on Swords and Sorcery from Ahoy. Sticking with Swords and Sorcery, we've got Barbaric versus Deathstalker one-shot from Slash, Stephen Kostansky, Tim Seeley, and Nathan Gooden from Vault. Both of those are out on August 14th. Cruel Universe #1, the first of the E.C. Oni sci-fi anthologies. This one with Karina Bechko, Chris Condon, Matt Kint, Ben H. Winters, Kano, Caitlin Yarsky, Jonathan Case, Artyom Topolin, out on August 7th. Dying Inside, a graphic novel from Hannah Klein. Fallout Boy's Pete Wentz and Lisa Sturl from Vault on September 18th. Justice Warriors, Volume 2, Vote Harder, from Matt Bors and Ben Clarkson, out on September 11th. Navigating with You, from Jeremy Whitley and Cassio Ribeiro from Maverick Mag Cave, out on August 14th. This book is amazing. I got to read the preview copy. I just talked to Jeremy Whitley. It's totally worth listening to. So good. Or a Starhenge novella from Liam Sharp from Image Comics on August 7th. Can't wait for this one. We were talking about James Robinson a minute ago. He's got a book called Patra, a horror book coming out from Dark Horse with Scott Collins on August 21st. The Power Fantasy #1 from Kieran Gillen and Casper Wingard, coming from Image Comics on August 7th. We've recently done quite a bit of Kieran Gillen with our was it Gillen that did die, or was
I think so.
The other. See, he works so much with who did Wicked and Divine.
Oh,
I'm suddenly like, I'm pretty certain it was Gillen. Yeah, it's Gillen that did die, but who did he work with on Wicked and Divine?
I don't know. Yeah, Kieran Gillen. I don't know. I haven't read that series.
Jamie McKelvey.
Okay.
Yeah. Kieran Gillen, who recently, and we've got our game coming up. What, next week?
Next Sunday.
Yeah. And then Red Before Black from Stephanie Phillips and Goran Sudska at Boom on August 7th. Spider Society from Alex Segura and Scott Godlewski at Marvel on August 14th, and X Factor from Mark Russell and Bob Quinn, also from Marvel on August 14th. Currently crowdfunding, and we're taking a look at Bandits of Batavia,
Mm-hmm.
#1 from Brian Valenza, Henry Barajas, Beyond Topia. It's on Kickstarter through the 11th of July.
Let's see here. New
Out of breath. Your turn. What'd you love? What was amazing?
Three amazing new books this week. Grendel, Devil's Crucible. I was going to wait to read this. Devil's Crucible, Defiance #1 from Matt Wagner from Dark Horse. I was going to wait to read it for when we do our read through of Grendel stuff, but I just couldn't wait. So it was
And
awesome.
then you realized that that might be a while since
Yep,
you know,
exactly.
we're doing One Piece.
I know. I am finding so much stuff on that Shonen Jump app that I'm getting drawn away from One Piece.
Yeah, there's a lot.
I know.
So much good stuff.
My second pick was Local Man
And it's
number
cheap.
11. Yeah, it's so cheap. Local Man
was
number
good.
11, Tim Seeley and Tony Fleeks. I love them as a pair. They are just killing it on this comic book. And then new series from Kurt Busiek when we just did his series.
Astro City.
Astro City, yeah. Free Agents #1 from Kurt Busiek and Fabian Nicieza and Stephen Mooney from Image.
See, this felt very 90s X-Men to me, which is probably why you liked it, and I
got that right away.
am definitely interested in issue 2, but so far it's like I feel really bogged down with like them telling us all of their powers and stuff, and it's like, are we gonna have a story or some character development?
I agree. I'm more put it on my list because I mean this is promising. It's a promising series, but you're right. This was all set up, and it was like not a lot of
but it was also set up in a way that I didn't like it when they did it the last time. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't a 90s X-Men fan. I wasn't into the Rob Liefeld and the Scott Lobdell and all of that stuff.
Yeah. And that's the era that I got into comics. And so that has a special
I was into I was into comics in the era, but I wasn't into X-Men.
Yeah.
I think it's one of the reasons why I don't have the same X-Men affinity that a lot of people have, is the X-Men coming out during like my formative years just didn't like grab me.
Oh. See, yeah, the new X-Men series in '91, I think, and then the X-Men animated was really big for me, and it just cemented my love for them, you know.
Right.
But anyway, what's on your list for 3 amazing new books?
Public Domain #6, Chip Zdarsky returns.
Mm-hmm.
And really, really cool. I mean, the first volume was getting the rights back to a character, and now it's him, like the main character, rebooting it with his sons and other help. So it's steeped in comic history, or not like direct comic history, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
The feel of comic history. And next week will be Domain #1, which is actually the book that's being created in public domain right now. So I'm looking forward to how it's going to
all fit together. I am too.
Right.
I just caught up on public domain. Some of my friends at Rainbow had put aside some of the early issues for me, and I never picked them up. And so I just got them this week. So
yeah, it's really good stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Then all the things we didn't do last night, I'd read as part of the Image 25.
Mm-hmm.
I remember the 12-issue Image anthology series. It was in that, but now I got to read it together, and it works so much better when you're not because it really was just one story that
Nope. Yeah, I
didn't
completely get it. Yeah.
need to be split up as easily.
Hmm.
I think anthologies often work as well or better when you manage to do self-contained stories rather than ongoing ones. It's a balancing act.
I agree.
But yeah, Maria Lovett with a like heist type thing going on that was just really fun. And then Kelly Thompson and Marco Ferrari continue to absolutely kill it on Birds of Prey. Um, so yeah, those are
Cool.
my three books.
Nice. What else came out this week?
So uh,
Bear Pirate,
Bear
Bear Pirate
Pirate
Queen.
Queen #3,
That's a good
Beyond
series
the
too.
Pale #2,
Yep.
Conan 12,
Holy
Holy Roller
Roller.
7.
Yep. Cool.
So how about some One Piece?
I have gotten a little bit further ahead than I was before.
You didn't quite catch up to even where I was last week,
No.
but I didn't get very much further ahead this week. So
No.
you
So
you caught up significantly on me,
yeah. But I was
and you got to the Grand Line.
yeah, I got to the Grand Line finally. That arc with Arlo, is that his name? The shark man.
I think so.
Okay, that was so long. It was. I mean, I'm not complaining because it was good stuff. We got to see Luffy put in stone and put. I mean, we actually got to see him sink. And then
Right.
how they overcame that was really cool with making
Right.
his neck stretch out. I thought that was pretty
Right.
awesome.
Stretched his neck out so he could breathe.
Yep.
They worked on.
While they worked on him.
Yeah, no, that really showed their ability to do teamwork
Yeah.
and the complete insanity of the type of things um, they do.
Yeah.
Uh,
I am just like, at first, it took me a little while to get over the fact that it seems like this series is just throwing everything in here, and see if anything will stick. And it just seems to be a hodgepodge of genres all in one.
it totally is, but somehow he makes them all stick.
Yeah, I agree. And I'm really noticing that, like, okay, because now we've got the part I'm at was just finishing up with the fish. You know, the part I was at over the weekend was they were finishing up the part with all the fishmen, right? And
Right.
so now that we've had fish pirates and we've had clown pirates and we've had
Right.
what are we gonna have next? You know?
Have you gotten to the giant whale, or
Yeah,
did you just get to the giant whale?
just got to it. Yep.
Yeah,
So
that's actually really cool.
yeah,
That story's got a twist,
okay, okay,
so we can't get into it. That story's got a twist,
that's
a
okay.
cool twist.
Are you
Um,
enjoying it?
what'd you think? I am. I'm having a blast.
Yeah.
Uh, what'd you think of the story about the head chef with Sanji,
Yeah. About his backstory about when he's a little
where he
kid.
like, well, where he ate his own leg?
Oh, I'm thinking of the kid, the kid who's always smoking. That's Sanji. But the
It
chef,
is Sanji, isn't it?
yeah, I just misunderstood your
But
question.
remember, he's the chef. He's like the apprentice chef on that big restaurant ship.
Yep. And the other guy who ate his leg. Yeah.
And it turns out that like they have a massive father-son relationship
Mm-hmm.
more than just like the rivalry that gets played out to be for all that time.
And it was really heartwarming to see the chef let Sanji go. You know what I mean? He didn't.
He all but made him go.
Yeah.
It's like, no, dude, you don't want to be me. Go be yourself.
Yep. Yeah.
You know.
And I really like
Which is
Nami's backstory was really intriguing.
yeah.
Like we got to see, how she became one of Arlong's pirates.
Oh, that's right. Do you like Nami better? Remember last week you were really not liking Nami as you found out that like she was selfish and whatnot, except that she's not really selfish.
She was trying to buy her freedom for her village, and
Yeah, she's trying to buy like she had the entire village on her shoulders.
yeah,
You know, she was having to weigh her sister and her village against her new friends.
yeah,
Um,
What did you
And
think?
that's that. I mean, I'm loving all of these little nuances.
Mm-hmm. I was loving their mom, their adoptive mom's
Yeah.
hairstyle.
Yeah.
I don't know where
Yeah.
the who's the author? I can't pronounce his name, but
I keep forgetting. Hold on a second.
um
It's
Sensei. I've been reading the back letter pages, and it's all
right,
Sensei
right.
this, Sensei that.
It is uh, Ichiro Oda.
That's right, Sensei Oda.
Ichiro Oda.
Um, but anyway, I'm always curious about his choice of artwork, especially in the girls. Nami's mom's hairstyle is,
Right.
seems to have some long areas and then shaven areas. It's just like somebody just went crazy with the clippers. And
What do you think of the one-page stories?
I like them.
Have you noticed that there's like the ongoing story that's like a single page at the beginning of each issue
At first, it
where
did.
we get to see what's still going on with some of the other characters?
Yeah, at first I didn't understand what that was, and I was just like, "This
Yeah,
isn't
it took me
matching."
a while to right.
And at first I was confused. I thought it was a misprint, and I was like, "This is not what's happening." I thought it was supposed to
Right.
be a preview of what we were going to read.
No, it's a separate story.
Exactly, and it took me a while to catch on. But now that I
Yeah.
know that, I think it's a really cool idea. To have
Yeah.
this
Yeah,
second
yeah.
story running concurrently. I mean, like, because we learned about Buggy the Clown for chapters and chapters after we were done with his arc.
Right.
Just keeping up with what he's doing.
Right.
Who's your favorite character so far? I really like Usopp so far. He's really funny.
Usopp's great,
Yeah,
but it's probably going to be cliche, but I'm a Luffy guy.
yeah, yeah.
I just love his absolute like refusal to believe that he can't do anything.
Mm-hmm.
You
Yeah.
know, he's just absolute
He's
positive.
positively sure that
We got this.
you got it. Not a problem. Like
Doesn't matter how insane it is. He's like, we got this.
yeah, like that scene I was referencing where he was underwater and they had to like stretch his neck. As soon as
Right.
they revived him and they broke up the rock that was cementing his feet to the bottom, he was just like, "All right, where's the shark, man? I'm gonna go kick
Right
its
back
ass."
at it.
Yep.
Right back at it. Right.
Yep. Makes
Yeah.
I part of me,
I
and I
love
know
his attitude.
and I know I don't have the space for this, but part of me wants to start buying it physically. I
Yeah.
really like it so much I want to own it.
Yeah, I'm hoping that at some point they do much bigger volumes.
Yeah,
You know,
for
where
space.
rather
Yeah.
than having to buy 100 small volumes, I'm buying like 10 bigger volumes.
Yeah.
Then I might consider it.
Yeah. That's not a bad idea.
But yeah, it would take a lot of space.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, for that matter, the one series that I do have I have all of Lone Wolf and Cub, and 27 volumes takes up a lot of space.
Yeah, no kidding. When
So,
I'm looking at my shelf right now, and I've got, I think Death Note's my longest one, and that's 12. So that's I can't imagine hundreds.
yeah, hundreds so far.
Yeah. But
But,
anywho,
yeah, it's been fun.
so
It's been
what?
fun. I'm looking forward to more.
Give me a teaser. What's coming up in the chapters you've read?
Um, we're going into we're gonna discover like a bigger sinister organization that they have to deal with.
Okay.
Um, that I have a feeling is going to be part of things for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and like the first couple of islands they get to are really cool. And for that matter, the rest of your whale story, because you're not to the end of the whale story,
No.
um, is really quite cool.
Okay.
It's another one where there's a cool twist.
Yeah.
aren't quite what you seem, quite what they seem right now.
That's cool. Because yeah, I was pleasantly surprised with Nami's twist. You know what I mean? That she wasn't
Right.
heartless and cold.
Right.
So
No, I mean you're gonna start getting used to the fact that I mean with Nami already, initially with the guy that wound up being a pirate rather than a butler, that sort of thing,
yep.
um, it seems to be a recurring theme that people aren't always quite what they seem,
Yeah.
um, which is cool, particularly because sometimes people are what they seem, or sometimes are people aren't quite what they seem in that they seem like villains and they wind up being good guys. So like you're getting all of it. It's not like don't trust anybody. It's like get to know people.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so yeah,
Yeah. I'm.
continue to dig it.
Yeah, for sure. I'm not getting sick of it yet. I thought by this point, 100 chapters. I mean, we're like a ninth of the way through this thing. Uh,
Yeah, no, I didn't get very far this week, and it's really just because of circumstance.
yeah.
I was frustrated that I didn't get further.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't that I didn't want to get further. It wasn't that I was bored in any way, shape, or form.
Yeah.
It's that I had other things to read and other things going on. And this session at school, I've got a slightly different job and not as much time to read during the day. And just as a result, I didn't get as far.
Yeah. No, I get it. The reason I got any chance to read it all is because I went camping for 5 days.
Right.
But
Right.
yeah, I get it.
So,
Anywho, what do you think about next week?
Next
What are
week?
3 books you hope will be
next
spectacular?
week's got some stuff. Well, we got Domain number 2 or number 1.
Number 1, yeah.
Which I talked about briefly because it's the book that they're writing in public domain.
The book in a book.
Right. Profane number 2 from Peter Milligan and Raul Fernandez at Boom,
Mm-hmm.
which is kind of a meta mystery that I really liked the first issue. And then Beyond Real number 5, wrapping up Zach Kaplan's um, simulation
Mm-hmm.
inside a simulation story.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so yeah, some cool stuff.
Then
What are
there's
you looking forward to?
I am looking forward to Star Wars has a new Ahsoka series coming out from Rodney Barnes and Stephen Cummings from Marvel. That looks really cool. Because have you watched the new Star Wars series? I can't remember the
I
title.
haven't. I think it's an adaptation of the Ahsoka series.
Uh-huh. I think so too.
Because I know Barnes did the adaptations of The Mandalorian.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so I'm actually kind of happy about that because I haven't found time to watch the series, but he did a really good job at adapting The Mandalorian. So I'm certain that he'll do a good job adapting this too, and
Mm-hmm.
I'll finally get to see the story.
Yeah. I got to get to it as well. I've watched like an episode. And then Cult of Lamb number 2 from Alex Packnadel and Troy Little from Oni Press. This was really fun 2 weeks ago.
I haven't read the first issue yet because I kickstarted it and I'll get the graphic novel when it comes out. But unlike the Zorro Kickstarter, they're not sending us digital copies of each book as it comes out.
Oh,
So
okay.
I haven't decided if I'm gonna try to track them down beforehand or if I'm.
It's
Right now,
fun.
it's as much time as anything is why I haven't read it.
Yeah.
Um,
It's just a
but I
fun
also
story.
know
That's all
that
I
I
can
have
say
the
about it.
graphic novel come. Well, Alex Packnadel is fantastic.
Yeah, it's great. And then
So
Domain number 1, Chip Zdarsky and Rachel Stott. From Image. I really like the idea of the book in a book,
yeah,
and then them actually writing it, very much like we're going to do with Die. We're going to play the game.
yep,
So
yep.
I like that idea of.
Have you done any of your reading to be prepared to play the game?
No,
I gotta do
no.
that this week too.
This week I'm hoping to. No, I have not. I don't. That's why I have not been participating in the chat,
I know, me neither.
the group text because I'm not ready.
Me neither. Thankfully, it sounds like we'll have at least 4 participants that are ready to go.
Okay.
They won't necessarily be the hosts of the show.
Oh man, it's gonna be
Uh,
fun though.
it will. I'm looking forward to it.
Um,
Looking forward to it a lot. Um,
what else is
yeah,
going on? That's
that-
about it. I mean,
that's about it.
I'm looking at our time, and we've been running for about 45 minutes, and so
And I'm okay with it being a short episode today because I haven't had dinner yet.
okay, you go eat.
And I am tired.
Yeah, you go eat.
So I think we can just
Wrap it up.
wrap it up.
All right.
We're
So
allowed to have a short episode every once in a while.
very true.
We go long too often.
All our listeners out there, we'll catch you guys after the next page. Later. Hey guys, this is Tyler from 22 Panels. I'm here to tell you all about our Patreon. If you enjoy this show, please consider donating to our Patreon to keep this show going. We have many different tiers, all different levels to help you decide what's right for you. Okay, so get on out there to patreon.com/22 Panels Podcast.